And there we go. Okay, double check. Am I good? Yeah. So, hi folks. I still don't have a schedule out. Senzio. Hey, Senzio, it's been a hot second. I haven't seen you in a bit. Beat them all. That is definitely the plan once we actually get our hands on the 2XKO Alpha. However, that's not the case yet. That's not the case yet. We start to be a little more patient. The Alpha is imminent. I would imagine that announcement of when. Sorry, it's a little late in the day. I'd imagine that more details about the alpha and about the game itself is coming along with Evo this year, given that everybody seems to be ready. I have some thoughts about that I want to get into before we start, actually. I am very excited for Evo. I would not be going this year because I just couldn't justify it. I actually can justify it monetarily now out of surprise from my boss. But that surprise came in too late for me to file in the PTO. Sad. I'll put that instead, probably to visit my nephew sometime in the future. Regardless of that, however, yeah, we'll be covering. We'll probably be watching Evo from home as a watch party live because Evo's good times, and just being able to sit back and enjoy Evo with you with all your folks sounds like a great time to me. But there is a point of controversy about Evo coming up that I wanted to bring up. Mainly, there are rumors that Saudi money, which Sony has not been shy about taking before, and Sony does own Evo now, has been introduced into the FGC ecosystem as well. Not just through buying up developers to produce, for example, King of Fighters. SNK is now SNK was part owned by the Saudis at one point, specifically by the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. He sold off some stocks for a while and then bought up the rest sometime again, bringing his stock up to like 90% ownership of the company. Goddamn. The guy is, however, infamously one of the biggest blatant scumbags in the world, given that he directly ordered the execution of an American Arabian journalist some time ago during the Trump administration. Pretty sure it was Trump. Yeah, it was. And now he is moving money into esports. If you've heard of greenwashing, this is esports washing, where in order to hide the sins of the Saudi Arabian government, he is funneling it into soft power channels such as esports to deflect criticism and make people less likely to pay attention to Saudi Arabia because it would be awkward to criticize your wallet. Your very, very deep petrodollar wallets. So the rumor is that Evo might actually show up in Riyadh next year, or sometime in the future at least. I am very uncomfortable with that. I am very highly comfortable with that. Now, it's not confirmed yet. I'm not going to say I'm blacklisting Evo permanently from now on because it's not concluded yet. I have heard only the barest rumors of it. I wouldn't be surprised if there was some negotiations going on, given that the state fund has targeted basically everything involving gaming as a way to bend propaganda through gamers towards channels, given that gamers tend to be very, very susceptible to reactionary politics in the first place. But if that is true, then last year would have been the very last time I can conceivably see myself going to Evo live. There are too many communities in the FGC for me not to support them overall, but I cannot support tournament organizers that take the money of genocidal bastards like MSB. So that's the bad news. We got some clouds on the horizon. I am hoping the storm will pass us by. I'm hoping that especially the people in charge of Evo, which I have had previously just enormous wells of respect for, have the character to reject that kind of shit, right? You always hope that the people you respect and idolize won't bend in the face of monetary pressure. But the FGC has always been called poverty esports in the first place, right? And with that much money going around, securing the future of the event, making sure that they can pay their staff that are relying on them, there are a lot of ways a man can break. And can't even fully blame them when they are responsible for the survival of others and the welfare of others, you know? It's easy enough to say from a point of privilege and a point of non-involvement to reject a deal with the devil. It's not so easy when the devil's offering you a way out of whatever shit you're currently up to. The same is going on with League. There was a League tournament in EWC a while ago. Apparently did not do very well, thankfully. So the money might ultimately not be there. The overall toxicity of having the Saudis involved in anything might be enough to drive down the deal, or at least force them to bend to public pressure. And that's what I'm hoping for as well, you know? You can only hope. But speaking of League, speaking of things I'm actually excited about, we have Braum. Hell yeah! Look at those big hands! Look at that glorious goddamn mustache! Oh, those are some heavy hits. Okay. Back this up, back up. You need to go frame by frame all this action, man. Okay. So that's a parry. I kind of hate parry mechanics in League because in fighting games in general, because honestly they're really dependent on the other person being highly committal. So against a seasoned player, the opportunity to do parries is kind of limited. Unless you're Anji, in case your parry lasts forever. And therefore, if you try to do anything, it's probably going to land on the parry anyhow. But usually it's going to be drawbacks. If you do a parry and it just whiffs, it's going to be a long recovery and therefore you get punished. But here we see that Braum used the parry on a jump in, which is the best time you can use. In fact, he used the parry as a support effect, a defensive support effect, which is kind of busted because you can do that shit on reaction as a way to get out of trouble. That's basically 1, 2, 3. Nothing special about that. But look at that crouching. Braum's push-ups are in anti-air. You do a push-up into a pose and it knocks them up into the air for full-on aerial juggle. You get the horse! Then that looked like a DP special. And that's fucking hilarious. And also, you see that his door is covered by an icy like aura. I'm guessing that unlocks a part of his skin, right? If you let me see when that happens. So on here, after he does his special, his door is empowered. And then that's a hard counter that goes into a punch. It doesn't just stop the block, it actually automatically punches the block as well. I'm thinking this is part of the moveset that is it's basically an install set, right? He installs ice effects onto his door, and now if he successfully parries an attack, it automatically turns into a punish. And that, if you will notice, is a wall-to-wall ice car. What? That's busted. It means that if you get hit with that combo at any point, you will be pinned against the wall and you won't be able to do shit. Because how are you supposed to try to attack out of a shield that auto parries you? And that's also interesting because this is not the install effect, but he can react to the fireball, special fireball, to negate the projectile and hit with basically a huge disjointed attack. Turns into his in-game ult, which is basically just it's basically a power geyser, right? It's Terry's power geyser. That's a 3-attack auto parry that just combines into a assist. And then it freezes Ari, locking them down, locking her down for what seems to be forever for a follow-up attack. Was that plus? I'm not sure that's plus. It doesn't quite look plus to me. It seems as if Ari could have reacted to that, but she was bait into it. He does a charge attack in a part charge. Actually, no, it's empowered one. It might actually be plus. So the empowered Tatsu might be plus. Actually, no, it's not Tatsu. It's based on Terry's moveset. What was Terry's attack called? Let me double check. Terry Bogard, move list. Special moves. Burn Knuckle. Because I guess we call this Ice Knuckle, right? Oh shit. Hey. Meta King shit, I can't pronounce. Give me a second. Meta King Ueru. Meta King Ueru. Thank you very much for follow. Anyhow, we see that Braum has, as is tradition for a new fighting game, taken a lot of inspiration from various other games. We see that he's basically Ice Terry Bogard. His special is basically a power geyser that was basically burning Knuckle to get into Ari's range. And it looks like that the empowered burning Knuckle might actually be plus, or at least 0 on block, right? Because he was able to, like, Ari seems like as if she was still. No, let me go like a fray back. Let me go on a fray back. There we go. Hit. Power Knuckle. Ari seems to be still in recovery. Now she can possibly still cancel out of this because we're not in the game itself. We're not in the alpha. This is all pre-alpha footage. But if it turns out that the empowered Ice Knuckle or Ice, let's call it Ice Knuckle just for the sake of formality, right? It's obviously based on Terry's moveset. But if it turns out that the empowered Ice Knuckle is plus, that is for a defensive brawler, really good offense. Total fight. And then he gets grabbed. The grab actually, that has to be a command grab, right? That has to be a command grab. There's no way it's not command grab. That's so powerful. Yeah, the command grab locks her in ice, leaves her fully vulnerable for the follow-up special. Which is, by the way, as far as I'm concerned, this is the best special in the game.
Good friends.
Let's watch that again.
It's that time!
Summoning the Power Ball. Pearl packs a punch. Pearl gave her back shots. Pearl also gave her front shots.
Good friends.
That's so fucking cool. And the Pearl is an overhead projectile. Actually, kind of like Johnny's coin for Guilty Gear, huh? Imagine losing to the
nice
Pearl.
guy, unless you make trouble.
There is so much in this kid already. Just off of what we've seen. So he obviously has a defensive assist, right? The shield assist is extremely obnoxious. I imagine actually blocks projectiles outright, given that it is, after all, shield. He has some power specials that apparently get that, for what I've seen and what I'm interpreting as bonuses to the effectiveness of his special moves. He has basically Terry Bogard's Geezer and Terry Bogard's Burning Knuckle. And the Burning Knuckle, when empowered somehow, like, I'm not sure what the install counts as and how difficult it is to enter the installed state for the ice store, but Yeah, that's a brain knuckle that seems to be plus for there's just an extra pressure. He has a wall-to-wall carry, so that if he gets you in the corner, you're going to be carried to the other corner, and good luck after that, right? And then he can freeze you mid-track and leave you open to follow attacks that otherwise would like follow-up combos that otherwise don't exist normally. That is a bizarre amount of power in that kit. I wonder, it can't be right. So Braum in League proper is basically, was it 3 or 4 hit special, right? The more you attack the character that Braum's attacking, the more you stack up on his passive, and once his passive hits, they are frozen. Now, I wonder if that's not the case here, right? The frozen seems to be in effect of landing a special, either a command grab, or just something else with that inherent property. But it might be that getting the door install is a matter of landing successful hits in a row, or a successful number of hits, so that if you see that Braum has stacked up to a certain number, you actually want to make sure you block and interrupt the stacks on you. At least that's pure theory, Captain, because we have no information whatsoever. We will be getting information about Braum's playstyle either tomorrow or the next day, sometime this week, because that's what let's see, Dragos tweeted recently. Let me bring that up. Yeah, the editor-in-chief for the game, who I've known for many years, let's see, he's tweeted recently. Here we are. Dev Diary Basic How to Play Guide coming tomorrow, featuring Braum's Desire Up to Snuff FGC. So yeah, that is confirmed. That is coming tomorrow. But unfortunately, I will not be around tomorrow to stream it. I will probably do so on Thursday as soon as I am able. Tomorrow, otherwise, I have some personal obligations, friends to hang out with, and I will not be able to make any reaction content for that. But I'm very, very excited. Finally, it's not just a new character. We're also just so much closer to the actual alpha coming out. And I am so excited to play. And I have managed to make this a 30-minute stream out of 1 minute 30 seconds worth of content. That's not bad for me. Yeah. Goddamn. Braum's fun. He's also one of my favorite League of Legends characters, right? Design-wise, personality-wise, he's not just a stereotypical, like, anti-hero sort, or like classic hero where he's basically just a dude that punches monsters. Nah, this guy's like a Superman of the Feral Yord. He's always friendly, always willing to be kind. He's an upstanding example of strength and compassion living side by side. This dude is an aspiration, and he's also swole as fuck. So, aspirational in both spirit and physique. Do you see, apparently this is the Braum character theme rather than the usual stage themes they've been playing? Absolutely. This is also a preview of the new character themes. In fact, they're also reactionary themes. Now imagine Braum has ice reach now like Jin from Blaze Blue. Jesus! Why would you give that kind of nightmare to us? I can imagine it being true. But why would you give that kind of nightmare to us? Why would you want to make Braum scary? He's supposed to be the friendly, nice support. You're telling me he's going to have all this and ice restand? I mean, he already has an ice car, man. Look at that! Look at that! God, that's gross. That's wall to wall. You literally have your face dragged through ice, mud, and rocks. Also, it's still really, really funny to me that Braum does push-ups as anti-air. Or at least as a grounded knockup. Let's call it grounded knockup. But he does a push-up as a grounded knockup. That's freaking hilarious. I love this character already. They made it not just like a potent kit in general. They also made it thematically appropriate and funny as fuck. He's great. He's gonna be so great for streams. And that is just rude as hell. I really want to try to win at least one match a week with a portal throw. Because I think as long as that's not like a given, as long as that's not like a forced kill screen or anything, that's actually like an actual in-game mechanic. They can throw a portal to you and potentially knock you out. That is just so funny to me. I really like that. It's such a feels bad way to lose, you know? Oh man. Oh man. This is looking like a fun game, man. I don't know what to tell you. I'm so looking forward to this. I really, really want to play. Please let me into the alpha. Please let me into the alpha. Ryan, I know it's cheating to say I know he's probably paying attention to this, but he is to pay attention to this. Let me into the alpha, dude. Please. I'll do anything. I gotta make some emails, man. Not to get in because I had no backdoor access. They absolutely will not give me backdoor access, and there are historical reasons that they'll make sure, absolutely sure, that I, in particular, am not given special treatment. But if there is special treatment in terms of making sure that some influencers get alpha keys, I need to make some. I need to reach out to some people. I just want for Samir to be in the game so I can put Yasuo and Samir on team called DMC3. I fully agree with you. That would be so freaking cool. I mean, they will. We know that they will take plenty of inspiration, especially from Marvel vs. Capcom games, right? Because between Apology Man and everybody else on the team, we have some really old, grimy old bastards on the development team that grew up with MVC2, that went pro on MVC3, that have history with tag fighters, right? Deep, bone deep, marrow deep history with top tier tag fighter play. Now, it did worry some people that we're seeing some BB tag mechanics with how some of the switches work, but also like BB tag was just more fun in some ways. Also, please give Samira a style meter mechanic. Absolutely. She should absolutely have one. And as we've seen from Braum alone, there is a lot of reasons to believe that Braum has a passive mechanic to enable his special moves. And that strictly has to work with Samira as well, right? She clearly has to build up style to unlock the full extent of her kit. That is just has to be demanded of her, right? But yeah, Evo is next week. We gotta find out. I really want to see what they bring to the table. Now, obviously, they will be bringing the latest build of the game. That is definitely going to happen. I'm sure there will be more news because they are ramping up marketing efforts for 2XKO. They've even been dropping some TikTok videos. One of the comments I made on that kind of blew up a tiny little bit. Not too badly, not as much of my other stuff, but still, it got noticed. Actually, no. The single most popular comment I've ever made on TikTok was to ask the league account to make much more brutal Teemo torture videos. I did not expect it to get as popular as it was, but I'm still getting notifications about people supporting that idea. Because fuck Teemo. You know what will make me angry? Is if they revealed Teemo for 2KO. Because just fuck that. But no, I digress. It will be a fun time. Hopefully, we will not be getting news from Evo about the things that we are dreading to hear from them. But given how kind of shitty the world is right now, I'm not going to be surprised if I hear a certain country's funding for a new Evo extension. But it is what it is, and all we can do is hope that wiser heads and more cautious heads prevail. And of course, we just have to straight up wait for the alpha build to become public. Until then, I'm going to go over this footage a little more in private, go over frame by frame. There's so much to go through just from this alone. I'm very, very much looking forward to the character breakdown tomorrow. We will be streaming that on Thursday, and I will be uploading this on YouTube directly to the main channel as well, instead of just the VOD repository, because I think that with 2XKO coming up, I definitely want to be making more 2XKO content in general. So please follow, like, subscribe, etc. Push that thumbs up button. ring that bell, etc., etc. And I will see you next time, my friends. And until then, eat well. And as for now, I'll make sure to cut that this part out from the upload later. For now, let's find somebody to rate. I believe Domo's actually doing a what's it called? A retrospective on VTuber history at the moment. If he's still up, I'm not sure if he is. Let me see. That's Yipes. Chumba. I haven't seen Chumba in a second. Oh, Tofi's doing music. That's nice. I'm wondering about hitting her up on that. But yeah, stick around. We'll rate somebody along the way. Oh yeah, actually. Oh, Domo stopped, but Kuma's doing some Zenless Zone Zero, and I've been playing that a lot. That parry mechanic in Zenless Zone Zero is by far the most satisfying thing in gaming at the moment. And the fact that you can simply bum mash your way through all the story modes in Zenless Zone Zero, just level up everybody to make sure you do enough damage, or you can try to beat the clock by using actual fighting game input mechanics to squeeze a little extra performance out of your characters and just slaughter the field. And I gotta tell you, only with charge mechanics, it's kind of tempting me to learn charge characters in fighting games. I would never usually say that. Straight up, never usually say that. But yeah, I'll send you all off to say hi to Kuma. Let's see. Where's the dashboard? Here it is. Yeah, say hi to Kuma for me. Let's see. Raid message. Forget our raid message. Just tell Kuma to roll for shark. And I will see you Thursday.